Hello. Welcome to another live chat.
Hi, everybody.
We appreciate you tuning in with us. We're pretty new to doing the live chat thing still, so just bear with us.
And we apologize for the delay in these videos, but there's kind of a lot been going on, so we're catching up on everything right now. So thanks for joining us if you're out there. It's Rebecca, Dwight, we're Hocus Pocus Comics, and we have a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. So ask questions, join on in, heckle, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, the more people that join us, the more fun it'll be.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first we want to talk about the Kickstarter. You guys are awesome.
Yay!
You're awesome. You made it happen for us. So we are already 425% funded right now.
Woo-hoo!
I mean, you've way exceeded what we thought that we could do. So thank you to everyone who has given and supported this project. You know, what you're getting is one copy of 250. We are only doing 250 copies of this version. So if you've already ordered a copy, congratulations, you're going to have one of 250. If you haven't pledged yet, go check it out. Go check out our Kickstarter. There's links all over our page, and if you follow us on Twitter or Instagram, you can also find it there. So, okay, let me see. We are 425% funded. That is so amazing. Juan Ferreira did an amazing pinup for this Kickstarter only version, and also Dave Yukovich is doing 3 pages. And Dave is a video game slash RPG guy, so he's done a ton of work for Evil Dead and Terminator. I mean, he's worked on some huge projects, and Dave's been a friend of mine for about 10 years. So, I mean, it's really cool. We've wanted to work together for a long time, and we actually did a short story together called All in a Day's Work. That is like a horror story. And we're working on another project together, which we will announce later. Okay?
Sorry, guys. We're just kind of swiping to the swipe left.
I'm swiping left.
Oh, don't move it.
Okay. Well,
I'll try it.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god.
Love it. You gotta love it. Do the opposite.
Yeah, like I said, this is new technology to us, and
we're high tech here, folks.
so,
High tech.
yeah, we're trying to get high tech. I would like to really give a shout out to Patrick McEwen of the Ink Puddle Review. He wrote an amazing review of the Surreal Adventures of Edgar Allan Poe #1. He gets it. I love it. I mean, I read that and I was like, oh my gosh, he gets it. He gets it. I think a lot of people just read it and see, a fantasy story that really draws them in. But some people look deeper and are familiar with Poe, not just his works, but also him, the man. So it is wonderful to see somebody who really gets it. And so, I mean, that made my day. So thank you, Patrick. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, upcoming projects. Believe it or not, Comixology is so fun to work with. They give us about 6 days notice before our comics go live, and we submit these comics to Comixology like 7 weeks prior to them actually going up on Comixology. So we try to figure out when they're going to be released based on when we submit them and when they're approved, but it's not working out so well, okay, because sometimes it's 6 weeks, sometimes it's 8 weeks. So Wednesday the 30th, we are going to see the release of The Imaginary Voyages of Edgar Allan Poe #3 digital version. We're releasing our books digitally first, and to follow with a Kickstarter exclusive edition where we'll be offering a ton of extra material. I mean, I know I keep talking about that extra material, but I mean, I'm having some friends that are DC and Marvel artists that I've known for 10, 11 years that are being kind enough to give me a pinup or give me a backup story. So I had the best friends in the world. Dave Yukovich, Juan Ferreira, you guys are amazing, and I'm very blessed to have you as friends. So thank you for supporting me. I will not forget that. Okay, iTeam. iTeam has been approved by #1 has been approved by Comixology. And that means that the wait has begun. Okay, I'm really excited. The cover was done by Atlas. Rebecca will show that to you. It's a little peek.
La, 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 la. Can you guys see that there? Ooh, look at that goodness. Isn't that what's not to love?
Oh, yeah.
Love it, love it.
It's a retro superhero book, and the first cover was done by an artist named Atlas. And let me tell you, he is amazing. And all the covers are an homage, or an homage, however you say it, to, you know, past covers that have been done. And issue 1 is a homage to, what's his name? The Spawn creator.
The superhero guy, that's it.
Yeah, the Spawn creator, Todd McFarlane. Yeah, that guy. So he did a really good job. And then issue 2's cover is an homage to Paul Smith's cover of the X-Men. And then issue 3 is an homage to a John Byrne cover of X-Men. So that's all I'll tell you for now. But they're really amazing. And the story is a lot of fun. You know, I just wanted to create something that was fun, something that was a throwback to the 80s, you know, when I loved comics. I mean, you know, X-Men was my jam back in the 80s. And Teen Titans also, you know, with Marv Wolfman and George Perez. I mean, you know, amazing. Okay? Now, something else, Terra Somnium. In the Kickstarter...
Terra Somnium.
Yeah, you want to tell them about that?
Oh,
She's going to show you something. With the Kickstarter project, we're offering a Terra Somnium digital comic. And if you've been reading along on Line Webtoon, it's going to be the same thing, but we have an awesome cover.
And I'll show this as best as I could. Hopefully you can see this. This is a cover reveal, so there you go. See a little bit of our living room there, but that's the cover for Terra Somnium. That's chapter 2.
No, that's chapter 1.
Sorry, chapter 1 cover reveal.
By Matt Sandbrook. Thank you, Matt.
Yes,
and he's already offered to do the cover for number 2. And speaking of number 2, Louise Fitzpatrick did a fantastic job on chapter 1.
Yes, thank you, Louise.
Really
that was
enjoyed
awesome.
working with you. She's a true professional.
Yes.
Even with the setbacks that we had, she stepped in. She had never done lettering. She's like, oh my gosh. She did an amazing job. I think she did a fantastic job.
Yeah, she's got a great future ahead of her. Absolutely.
Yes,
so check her out. Check her page out. Louise
Absolutely.
Yep.
And chapter 2. We've begun production already, actually, on chapter 2. And that's going to be illustrated by Federico Lucetti. So, yeah, we got the Italian-Argentinian connection going on with the USA here.
We seem to gravitate towards Argentina and Italy. We can't seem to find artists like within a 5-mile radius of us. But hey, that's good. We're global. We're a global company.
We love it.
Yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it.
I
all
love
over the world. Australia, we have Simon from Australia. It's wonderful to have this community. And thank God for social media, because we have to have our staff meetings via Skype, Messenger, chat. It's incredible. So love the internet for that. Yeah.
So everybody is doing a great job, and that'll be lettered by Pietro Rotelli, another Italian, you know. So he, you know, Pitt does an amazing job.
You gonna heckle us, Peter?
you were awesome. Hey, Peter Steiner, what's up, Broham? Yeah, so we're really excited about Terra Somnium Chapter 2.
Terra Somnium. And check that out. If you check it out, please subscribe to it and rate it, because it's going to be an ongoing, you know, story, a companion story to the the imaginary voyages of Edgar Allan Poe.
I thought I was going to be the one that did that.
I know, no, yeah, I got Louise's name right. Ha ha.
So did I.
Okay. But
this time.
But yeah, it's a really cool thing. What's cool about Terra Somnium is that we're going to have different chapters, and we're going to have different artists, so each one will interpret the story as they see it. So it's going to be really cool to see it through these artists' eyes, how they interpret it. So I'm looking so forward to that. But it's a great, great story. Great companion story to that. So check it out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You know, if we ever get together with our artists, I mean, we can have an awesome soccer game, you know, because we got Argentina versus Italy, you know, and I won't venture to say who would win, because, you know, I know both countries take their football very seriously, so I will not even joke about that. Okay, so things we have coming up. There's, you know, the release of The Imaginary Voyages of Edgar Allan Poe #3 on Comixology and Kindle on September 30th. The Kickstarter campaign ends September 30th. Right. Okay, and August. I'm sorry. I'm already in September.
Please. No.
I live in the future.
No, not another 30 days.
So, let me see. What else do we have going on?
I'm going to get the questions while he's talking about.
Yeah.
Will it be a style guide for them? Will it be anything goes? A style guide for the the Kickstarter books. That I don't know.
The internet is vast. It is.
That it is, yeah, it is. But a style guide for them. So that's more of your.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Artist issues. Oh, okay. Am I giving them guidance for the style? Is what you're asking? Gotcha. No, I'm really not. I'm just telling them the only advice that I give to them is have fun. I want you to have fun, and I want you to use your style. I don't want you to try to ape anybody else. Do your thing. Be you, and have fun.
Yeah.
So that's what's cool about it. Yeah. Do you.
Yeah, we don't like to have such tight constraints for artists because you already have that probably in day-to-day jobs. So we want you to be able to be a lot more artistic and free form to just really interpret Poe's inner mind. That's going to be it's awesome. Yeah, just take it and run with it. So.
Yeah, Chapter 1 had a pretty dark ending. Chapter 2 takes it up a notch. So as we approach, the death of his wife in Terra Somnium, things, of course, get darker and darker as we go. So let me see. What do we have? What else do we have coming up?
We have New York Comic Con coming up in October. We'll be there. I believe that's October 5th through 8th. If I have that correct. So if you're in town and you're there, look for us. We'll be all over the floor. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's going to coincide with a lot of things because he has another secret project coming up in October too. There's a lot of stuff we can't talk about right now. There's a lot of things I really want to tell you, but we can't. But we will let you know as soon as we know, and we're able to reveal that information. But yeah, definitely show up at Comic-Con. And also, if you missed this video, our production managers, Trish and Gore Martin, will upload it to our YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked that out, check out youtube.com, HB Comics, and you'll get a lot of other videos on there. So thank you, Trisha and Gore.
Yeah, Trisha and Gordon Martin are
production
awesome.
Managers.
They are wonderful friends and
great team.
True professionals.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're really, the team that we have together at Hocus Pocus Comics, they're all friends. And they're all friends that believe in me and believe in us.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really not like anything else. I mean, I know a lot of companies starting out. I mean, really, you have to have a core of people that
share your vision. Share your vision of where you want to go as a company. And we want to tell fantastic stories, and we want to tell them with great art. So that's what we're able to achieve with Hocus Pocus. So yeah, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, October. the secret thing that's going on. I'm really, so much of this creative business is we're probably going to do this, or we might do this, or we. That's why I know that a lot of times we like to tease things, but really a lot of times it's not teasing. It's just us. We're so excited about things, the possibilities of things happening, that you want to talk about it, and then everybody's like, "Well, what's going to happen? What happened?" So please just bear with us. As soon as we can talk about this stuff, we will. Believe you me, I like to talk about what's going on, about my properties and stuff. So I mean, these are my children, right? Okay, yeah, we have a YouTube channel, and you should check it out. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're here on Facebook, of course. So, and we're very accessible. I mean. You can ask anybody who follows me on Twitter. I know it gets kind of frustrating for a lot of comics fans that they can't even get a follow back or an answer to an @ response. And if it weren't for readers, they would be nobody.
We can write all the stories. We can have the great art, but if you guys don't read it, it doesn't make any sense there. So we really appreciate our readers. We appreciate all of our supporters.
Absolutely.
People who leave a comment, people who like our stuff, people who share it, people who retweet it. Yep. We never take any of that stuff for granted. It's gold like us. So I mean, it's just thank you for doing that, and keep it coming. Because like I said, we got a lot of stuff on our plate. We got a lot of stuff coming at you. It's going to be great. Like I said in one of my tweets, I believe no sleep till Brooklyn, and it really feels like that because we just have so much happening all at once, and no complaints. It's good stuff. It's a good busy.
It really is. It's exciting. I mean, especially if this October thing pans out, then oh man, Peter, you're awesome. I can't wait for us to announce what. You and I are working on.
We want to know what Peter's doing
for the Imaginary Voyages of Edgar Allan Poe #2.
I know. I'm having a hard time right now, so please, I'll have to end this video soon because I'll probably want to reveal it. So yes, I can't even tell you how excited I am about that collaboration. It's gonna knock your socks off. So yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's only just begun.
Yeah. And what's funny is, I mean, we started in January, and we had some outrageous issues in the beginning. Our first comic went live in May. So May, June, July, here we are, and we're getting ready to have our 6th comic that's available to read. So, you know, that's...
I Kickstarter.
I don't think anybody's done anything that quickly.
Right, that funded in the first 30 hours, it was already funded. So basically we've sold in 30 days, 250 copies of books. So as an indie publisher, it's been an amazing ride, and we just hope to keep riding on that.
It is. And we're grassroots. You know, we rely on you guys. I mean, you know, you read it, you like it, we ask you to tell people about it.
Yeah.
You know, tell people about it.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a multi-million-dollar marketing team. I wanted to share that. I got an email that was addressed to your marketing team. And I mean, I busted a gut laughing.
Like, that's us.
So I was like, yeah, that's basically the 5 of us.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. But
we're strong. We're a strong team. So
we are a strong team, and there's so much more to come. I mean, there's some things we can't talk about. I hope I gave everybody a shout out. Did I give a shout out to everybody?
Louise, you always have to thank Louise Zernowski, you know, because he does.
Yes, Louise
Andrea Messi. You guys,
Messi.
you know, you get it. Again, your art is just out of this world. I know
Simon Robbins.
Yes. I'm telling you. I mean,
very talented newcoming letterer to comics, and he is doing a fantastic job, as you'll see.
Oh, thank you, American McGee. Thank you for your support as well.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I'm looking forward to your project too.
Yeah, American McGee is awesome. I was able to meet him. We worked on American McGee's Grim for IDW, and we became fast friends. I mean, we both are, kind of twisted, kind of a little bit, creators. Yeah.
In a good way.
So. We just really hit it off, and we ordered a set of cards for our kids, so we're really looking forward to getting those. And American McGee supported our project as well, and he didn't have to do that. I mean, just a word, the quote that he gave us for the Kickstarter, that was huge. I mean, a lot of people, I've approached some people, and they're like, oh, I don't feel good giving quotes, and American McGee's like, sure, absolutely, I'd be happy to do that for you. So it's good to know that some creators really do. It's not just lip service that they're giving to the people who buy their books and stuff, but we really appreciate it. I mean, we couldn't do it. I mean, we literally could not do it. Our patrons. Oh my gosh, that have supported us on Patreon. Like Peter Steiner. I mean. Peter was the first one to give to our Kickstarter campaign as well, and we love you, man. I mean, we really appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody who's given to our project, everybody who's retweeted, everybody who's reviewed. Let me tell you, doing a Kickstarter campaign, you get a ton of spam emails, and everybody, you get these emails from these journalists, right? Then they say, hey, for $300, I'll interview you, and it'll go up on the Huffington Post. And you're like, if you're going to take money from me, are you taking money from other people? And are you really reporting what they say, or are you reporting the truth? But anyways, I won't get into journalism because it seems like double dipping to me, right? They're going to charge me for an interview, then they charge Huffington Post to actually run the article. So... Now, I understand. I know, freelance writing is... Nobody does more free work in comics than writers. I know people complain a lot about, comics writers, but let me tell you something. If we're doing a freelance, we are busting our humps. Because I know for Hocus Pocus Comics, I mean, I'm doing marketing. Writing is about 10% of what I do. 90% of it is marketing, production. I'm getting, the pages from the artist to the letter, or to the colorist to the letterer, and it's a very challenging and rewarding thing. And of course, for me, it's feast all the time. There's no famine. I've always got something that I'm working on, and generally I've got 5 or 6. I think we have 6 projects right now that are in production, and that's including our webcomic. But like I said, Dave Yukovich and I are working on a secret project. And then there's Stephen Legg. Yes, Steve. I remembered you. Stephen Legg. I'm working on a book with him as well that I can't talk about right now. And but it may involve aliens. Stephen made some pretty cool images. But anyways, so that's really all. I think we hit on everything that we needed to hit on. We got 3 days. Okay, we got 3 days. Oh my gosh, yes, man. We have 3 days to go on this, and I know, some people may be saying, well, he's already raised $4,000. How much does he want? I want everybody to read the book.
The more we get, the more we print.
That's the most important to me, is that people read the comic. I mean,
Right.
The most important thing to a storyteller, can you imagine? I mean, the worst thing to a storyteller would be to be stranded alone on a desert island where he can't share his story with anybody. Okay? So if nobody reads my stories, then,
I hear ya.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
So please, pass the word on. Tell people about it. I mean, all that raising more money allows us to do, it's going to allow us to use a top-notch printer, for one thing. Okay, so that's huge news. Yes, there is a turnaround time that's... I would rather give you a high-quality book than give you something that I can get rushed in 2 weeks and it's not as high quality. So we're going to give you high-quality books. And I wanted to announce this here first. All copies will be signed. So every book will be signed. And there was somebody who asked that, and the printer...
Right.
Yeah, the printer we were going to use, I mean, there was no way that I would be able to sign them. But because you have given, so generously, we're going to be able to use a different printer, and we're really excited about it. I mean, we cannot wait for you to see the finished product.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And you won't see that anywhere else. So,
No.
like I said, if it ever gets printed in a future print, it's not going to have the extra stuff that was added into the Kickstarter. It's a Kickstarter-only project. So if you don't buy it there, you don't get it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So it's going to be a rare. So.
And if we do have any left over from issue 1, then we will go ahead and offer it for issue 2 and issue 3 if we have any copies left. But, we're going to have to start thinking about maybe a second printing with just the standard version possibly down the line. And that's just me, stream of consciousness speaking. But
as of right now, it's going to be $250, and that's it.
Yeah, 250 copies. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can get the digital versions on Comixology if you just cannot wait for issue 2. You can read the digital comic. You can get that on Kindle or Comixology, or you can wait. But either way, you're going to get new material because we're gonna do similar stretch goals. We're going to offer more story. So I'm already reaching out to some artists saying, hey, will you do a 3-page story for me? Hey, will you do a 2-page story? Because a lot of the guys that I'm reaching out to, they are doing Marvel and DC gigs. And if you know anything about them, those guys work like crazy. I know one had to do like 22 pages in 13 days for an issue of Green Arrow. And so... if I would have asked him, he did it. He totally beat that deadline.
Yeah. That's why we're so jazzed to.
But you have people do, I mean, just that he would take the time to do the pinup for us, and if you've supported us on Kickstarter, you can go and look at Juan's pinup. It is, phenomenal. Yes, it is phenomenal.
Incredible.
So Juan, thank you again for doing that for us. And once we have the story from Dave, we will have the file ready to be printed on the 30th. So once we actually, when the, it closes on the 30th, we've already got it. We've already got it. Okay, so it will be ready to go out. I guess it takes about 2 weeks for the funds to come to you from Kickstarter. So we are really, really hoping to get the books and the shirts and the prints and the mail in September, but bear with us because like I said, this is our first one, so we're still trying to see
what'll happen.
Yeah,
it all depends on the printer. Like I said, we can't rush them. Can't rush greatness.
No, you can't.
And we want to offer a really good product, so we're willing to wait a little longer.
We are. Thank you, Peter. I'm glad you're enjoying all the art that's coming out. We are too. I mean, Luis and I have wanted to work together for years and years and years. I actually approached him first about drawing Edgar Allan Poe in 2007, and unfortunately he had an IDW gig and couldn't do it. So now we finally, he hit me up, about a year ago and said, hey bro, you want to do something together? And I'm like, I'm thinking about doing this. And he kind of laughed. He's like, wow. Isn't that ironic, that we come full circle here? So it's really cool. And Luis is just knocking it out. He's already sent 6 pages of The Imaginary Voyages of Edgar Allan Poe, number 4 to me. And issue 5 is done, okay, as far as Luis is concerned. So Andrea has his hands full right now. And Andrea Messi, hear me. I appreciate you very, very much. He actually wanted to step in and draw Terra Somnium Chapter 2, and he was looking at all that he had to do for it. And he was like, I said, bro, if it's too much for you, I understand. I really do. And he's like, oh, thank you. And he actually recommended Federico. And Federico, I've already seen page 1 today. He sent me page 1, the inks, and it is gorgeous. It's fantastic. So we are really, really looking forward to everything we've got going on. And like I said, we want to get issue 1 in the mail, in the post, before we get ready to do Kickstarter for number 2. But the cool thing is we have a model, and we believe the model works, because I know a lot of people, if you can find, a plethora of videos out there and blog posts about doing a Kickstarter, but I used that for my first Kickstarter project, and it didn't work out, right? But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something that focused on simplicity and affordability, and I believe that's what I've done, because I know I look at some of these and they have 5,200 tiers, and you're like, oh man, I really want to get that one, but it's $7,500, and I have to sell my card to get that tier. So I wanted to make something that was affordable, so that everybody could, give $25 and get everything. So you're not missing out on anything. So I mean, if you look at the other books on Kickstarter, $25 is extremely reasonable, especially when you talk about prints, getting prints and T-shirts. So we're really excited. We're really excited. We got 3 days. We ask you, help us finish strong, okay? Tell people about the project, family, friends. Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Hi, Tim Smith.
Yeah, Poe shirt. Here, Poe shirt.
He's awesome.
See, Poe shirt. Poe. You gotta get that shirt.
Right there.
Gotta get that shirt. It's awesome.
And that was designed by Trisha Gordon. I had the idea of actually using the heart, and the sketch is actually by Luis Cerniowski. So you get the artist of the book, who's also doing the T-shirts. So we are really excited. We are definitely going to overprint on the T-shirts, because everybody on the team is getting a shirt. We've had so many people. Chris Sempner, the curator of the Poe Museum and a good friend, he said, I would pay $25 just for a shirt. I mean, he's a huge Poe fan besides, and Chris, there you go. There's another one to give a shout out to, Chris Sempner.
Yes, he's been a big supporter, even on the writing side. He's been a great supporter for Dwight. He has so much knowledge of Poe in his head.
Yes,
and so it's good to have him as a resource for facts.
He's an eminent Poe scholar as well, so that really helps. Like I can ask him. I was trying to figure out some things for Philadelphia, and I've done a ton of research on Poe myself. Probably about 10 years of research, a little more than that. But it's cool to be able to go to Chris, who's actually been to the Philadelphia house, been to the different places where Poe's lived, where he can actually say, well, no, actually, Dwight, he would have been doing this, and this is where the tavern would have been located, and actually on the bottom floor of Poe's aunt's house, this is what would be on the bottom floor, and here's some pictures, of what they think it looked like, and then on the second floor would have been Poe's room, and and his aunt's room, and then on the top floor, that's where Virginia would be, because they thought that with tuberculosis that you wanted to be higher up, that the air was better, the higher up you went. So she would have been in a little tiny room in the attic, basically. So Awesome. Yeah, Tim, I wanted to tell you, I've done several talks with English students
Yes.
at different high schools, and that's been a real joy to me too. I did a live chat with students at Texas Tech University, and that was awesome. I really had a good time.
Those kids have some hard questions, but it really helps you with your writing as well, because they talk about things you never would have thought of. So that's what we love talking to students, especially on that.
Right.
So,
That's why it's awesome to have an awesome wife, because I mean I can bounce ideas off her. And what's funny is, this is a little bit of the creative process, but a lot of times I'll be talking out with her, talking a story out with her, and it's like when I finish talking, I've already figured out what I'm going to do for the story. I'm like, well, what if you did this? Well, what if you did? No, actually, if you did this, and I've gotten the whole story. So it's awesome to have a supportive wife. So Rebecca, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Big time, because
it's fun. It's been a great journey. I'm loving it.
Being married to creative is it makes it even cooler because she's a creative as well. I mean, from her experience in Hollywood, and we were talking today about her working with Denzel Washington, and so she knows. I mean, and because of a book called Dead Men Tell No Tales, we met.
Yeah, because of a graphic novel, so that was how we got together. So
absolutely,
I have comics to thank for my wonderful husband. Partner. So that's I think that's about it for. That's enough. Actually, it's coming up right now. I don't think we can handle any more. But I said we'll keep these videos coming a little bit more regular, so you kind of know what's going on. We'll probably post another one when the Kickstarter campaign ends next week. So
yeah, we will try to do that. Yeah, I know. Peter's getting cavities here, so
sorry guys.
No, but seriously, I mean, to be a creative, I mean, it takes a special kind of spouse to deal with the creative, because we're.
Yeah, especially when he emails you because he wants this Tron poster and he has to have a Tron poster. You got to be the kind of wife that's like, what? Okay, well, I guess it's important, So, yeah, you have to be the same kind of mindset of why it's such an important to get that Tron poster, that exclusive Tron poster. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going right in my study next to my writing area, so. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, that's about it. I mean, like I said, if you don't have any questions, Tron is...
Yes. And I know!
There you go. See?
Tell Disney that, Oh, Peter, I don't know if you're aware, but my buddy Andy Tong did a Tron comic book for Marvel, so you should check that out. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Tron Betrayal. And Andy's a good buddy, too.
Yeah, he is incredible.
Yeah, we met at Heroes Con in 2007? 2008. We actually met face to face. We had talked before then, but Andy may be doing something here with me, and Allan and some other guys that we know of. And I can't talk about that. Oh snap! Yeah, we
can't talk about. Sorry.
Trust me when I say this, but the cover to The Imaginary Voyages of Edgar Allan Poe #2, you're gonna be like, no, he didn't. Yes, I did. I want to give a shout out to David Hartman as well. David Hartman.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I'm
serious.
serious.
Working on another secret project of ours. It's all this secrecy. I feel like I'm working for the CIA, but But yeah, thank you, David, because he's doing a lot of work right now.
Well, one thing that I've learned from Rebecca is that you don't reveal a possible. You wait until you've actually got paperwork. You wait until it's a done deal before you actually say anything, because a lot of times, I've been so excited about something that I shared it and then it didn't happen. It fell through. So that's one thing you really learn about working in comics, is there are so many. I mean, I have a folder just full of books that never happened, and scripts and covers, and I'm really excited because I'm going to get to use Jorge Lucas's cover for something. I can't say what it is, but Jorge Lucas, another good friend. I really appreciate him. So he did a cover for iTeam and something else. So you'll be able to see that. Jorge's, he's amazing. You ought to check out his work if you're not familiar with him. He's done work for Marvel. He's done Iron Man and all kinds of stuff for them. He's the creator of Cazador, and it's funny when I tell people that other artists in Argentina that Jorge Lucas is a good friend of mine. They're like, no, he's not. So yeah, he is. And that's really cool because, like, if I go down to Argentina, I'll probably get, like, a parade and stuff. And I'll be like, yay, here he is. Okay, maybe not a parade, but that would still be pretty cool. So, unless you have any questions for us, I guess we'll just go ahead and cut it off here. Oh! We're going to talk about It. Yeah, I'm excited about It. I don't know about you, but we are thrilled about It. And I was joking, well, kind of joking on Twitter. I said that I was going to have to give Rebecca the B.A. Baracus treatment in order to get her into the movie. I'll just, like, carry her over my shoulder, sit her down in a chair. And when she wakes up, she'll be watching It,
Well, let's just say I've had a lifelong fear of clowns, and Stephen King has not helped at all. So
No.
So I may go, I may not. It's just, with the special effects we have these days, it
looks so real.
Yeah. It's probably going to keep me up at night, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking for, actually, he's been having a great time with the, what's it called, that show, the Netflix, love Netflix.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, he's been doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for season 2 of Stranger Things, so that's what I'm looking forward to. So.
Yes, all these great movies that we have coming up, and television shows and everything, the thing that we are most excited about is Stranger Things 2.
I know. Who knew? It was just such a phenomenon that happened last year. It's like,
my oldest son, Clayton, he said, it's like, what did he say? It's like a sci-fi version of the Goonies.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it.
That's it. That's why it's so... It's
no, not American Ripper. We are enjoying that. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that wraps up next week too. Yeah, remember that has actually been a fascinating show as well. So that's true. Yeah, we have American Ripper.
And a shout out to Jeff Mudgett. He's a friend as well.
Yeah,
so
that's been a really incredible show. That's true.
It has. We really enjoyed it. No, yeah. I thought you were going to say American Ripper. Yeah, we're most looking forward to. Actually, on the last episode of American Ripper, they said this week is the season finale. So Jeff has been kind of dodging it, but there's going to be a season 2. So I don't know what they find out about the DNA evidence. I actually read I couldn't wait, so I was like reading an article out of the one of the Chicago newspapers about the exhumation and the subsequent DNA research that they were doing, and I was like, are they going to say? But no. Yeah. Well, Peter, if they can prove that it's not H.H. Holmes that's in the grave, then that means that all the Ripper-like murders that were committed after that in places where he'd visited, that means that may have been him as well. And that doctor that was seen in London 25 years later would have been H.H. Holmes, possibly, if he's the Ripper, right? So I'm not saying I definitely think he is, but there's a whole bunch of circumstantial evidence, and I like the idea of him developing his MO. I think a lot of killers, they start out small and they kind of learn as they go, and I think he finally figured out that to kill him in private, he ran less of a chance of being discovered. So I don't know, maybe the thrill, at first of the possibility of getting caught, maybe he finally
I just feel sorry for that actor who's playing him, because he's probably,
oh yeah,
stopped on the street. So
yeah.
So well,
I think that's about it.
We're gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for joining us, and like I said, we'll see you probably less than a week when our Kickstarter campaign ends, and thanks again for your support, and we'll see you right there on the internet.
We really appreciate all of you. Seriously, I don't think we can state that strongly enough, because we honestly could not do this without you. And that's not just some cliche thing. That's genuine. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you, because just like I had to find people that believed in me, or, to put around me to do this. We have to have Ripper stream next time. Hey.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, that'd be funny on Tuesday. Oh my lord. Yes. Okay. We'll think about
actually,
that.
if you go to Bloodstains, the Facebook page, Jeff Mudgett does like a live. He does like a live. What do you call it? Not a video, but he does. On
live stream
messages like here. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so join in on that.
So he does that every Tuesday night. It's like instead of a tweet along, he has like a Facebook along. So, yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love Facebook.
Like an AMA?
Oh my gosh, please don't. I don't know what that is. Sorry.
What is an AMA?
I don't know. We're still learning the acronyms, people.
Yeah.
But that I don't know. Ask me anything.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen the...
No, it's actually like a Facebook page like HP Comics, but where we're sending messages here, he will actually send a message and he talks on it. So maybe it is a live thing. I don't know if maybe he's got the show. I haven't actually tuned in because I'm like tuned into the show and I can't move. I'm like, you know. So yeah, I had one of those that asked me anything. I still have one, but my goodness, who has time for all the social media sites that are out there? And there's new things every day.
Every time we go on there, there's a new social media app.
What was that thing that I got the request for? It was
alignment.
Align.
And I was like, Yammer, there's all kinds. Every day there's a new social media account that you have to update. So that's.
But it seems to me like Facebook and Twitter are like
Instagram. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and Instagram. I
traffic
hate
coach from
Instagram. Instapoop is what I call it. But anyways,
oh my goodness.
yeah, it's the shadiest social media website on the internet, right? Instagram, right? People follow you. You're like, oh wow, this person's really cool. You follow them back. They unfollow you immediately, and you don't find out until you have to scroll down through all the friends before you finally... Yeah, it's shady. I don't like Instagram. But Twitter, I can deal with. I like Twitter. As far as for marketing, it's wonderful. I think Facebook is a much better platform for long interaction. Looking to buffer. Okay. Yeah, we'll check into that.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That consolidate everything. Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, like I said, we always input is awesome. Yeah,
absolutely.
Except we're still learning a lot.
Yeah, we're not know-it-alls, and we're not like well, we don't care what.
Right. No. Hey.
We care what you think.
Yeah, definitely chime in. Because one social site will work better than the others, but that seems like a really cool thing to have it all, like the cloud, have it all in one place where you can just kind of do that.
Absolutely.
Pre-schedule, yeah. That's going to be the new keyword for us. Pre-schedule everything. Because sometimes you just can't be there to do it live. So,
right.
Yeah. So definitely, yeah. We do a lot of that stuff from New York Comic Con too. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll do some special surprises.
That's news to me.
It is. Wow. And we'll have some special giveaways. So like I said, if you see us on the floor,
yeah. If you can find us at New York Comic Con, we will give you something awesome.
Do not be shy. So yeah.
So we're not going to make it easy for you though. I'll be dressed as a... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness
I'm kidding about that actress who went dressed as Kylo Ren. Yeah.
No.
I know I'm not going to do that. No. But we're not going to be at a table either. So, like I said, we're going to be like...
We want to be able to just work the floor.
We're going to be free-floating.
Yeah, free-floating. Yeah, absolutely so.
So that's what's cool about it. And we have, some meetings scheduled. And we want to make some connections while we're there. So we are looking to...
It's going to be great to meet people face-to-face that we've communicated with all these years. So, and especially an artist as well, so that's a good place. That's why we didn't want to be stuck at a table. We just want to be able to mingle as much as possible.
Look for the Tron guy. Remember that image? That image haunts my dreams still, so let's not talk about the Tron guy, okay? The guy in the leotard, and he's got my build.
Please don't.
Yeah. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
He's from Minnesota. It figures he's from Minnesota. Does he say Minnesota?
It's from the Uber?
See, I'm from Michigan, so you can't tell by my accent because I've lived all over the place. But yeah, I used to have a Michigan accent. It's funny because when I go up and visit Michigan, where I lived in Florida for so long growing up, they made fun of. They're like, "Howdy, y'all," and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then when I went down to Florida, they were like, "You're from up north, aren't you?" So it's just like you can't win,
We're Yankees.
Yeah. John Repillon commented, one of our friends, and he's a comic writer. He's married to Leah Moore, Alan Moore's daughter. Anyways, I'm giving them a shout out, so there you go. There's a shout out to them too. They said I sound like a quote unquote perfect Southern gentleman, which is hilarious to me because, like I said, I'm a Michigander. I bleed blue and maize. Go blue.
Oh dear.
Ready for college football season. Oh my gosh, I'm ready.
Can we say that? Yeah, I'm ready.
So,
ready for that. Yes.
Yeah. I have family in Minnesota too, by the way. Minnesota. Minnepenny. Yeah, but I have family in Rochester, Minnesota. So, but I don't hold it against them. They're Michiganders, so they're Lions fans. Restore the roar. Anyways, okay, no wait, it's One Pride now. Okay, my bad.
Oh my goodness.
So let's not get into like a football talk.
Oh lordy.
So
be another hour and a half on that one. So
okay.
yes, wrapping it up.
Comics. We're
We're all about comics.
We're all about comics.
Digital comics, media. It's gonna.
Digital
Everybody's
comics.
doing it now. Marvel, DC, they're all gonna do it. We talked about it about what, 8 years ago.
Awesome.
Everybody's doing it now. So see, we're all on board the same.
Yeah,
ship, so.
isn't that funny? It's like 10 years ago, I was like, hey, comics are going to go digital, and everybody's like, ha ha!
Yeah, guess
Rich
what?
Johnston
There we are.
was like, oh. But anyways, now I'm laughing at him. Anyways, it's really cool. It's good to see. I mean, DC just announced that they're going with Madefire, so they're going to be doing digital stuff, and Marvel already is working with Comixology. So that was a big thing to me. I wanted to be where Marvel and DC were, and that's why we're on Comixology and also on Amazon Kindle. So, I mean, I know some people prefer the Kindle format better. Me, I like to have the book in my hand, but you know, I like digital comics too. You can carry a lot more on your computer. I mean, on your computer, you can carry what? Thousands of comics, probably. So that's cool. You know, you don't have to buy a long box to put computer hard drives in. I mean, it all goes on your computer. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, Peter. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We really, really, really appreciate you. So,
everybody have a fantastic day, fantastic weekend. All the people going out to Dragon Con, be safe. You know, hope you don't have any canceled flights or delayed flights. You know, have fun out there in Atlanta. And have safe flights home. And then people in Texas, take care. If you're around them, you can help them. Please help them out.
Yeah, our prayers are with the people that are affected by Hurricane Harvey. So it's, you know, I saw Harvey trending, #Harvey, and I thought it was the Harvey Awards. That just shows you what a comic nerd I am, right? But no, our prayers are definitely with the people that are affected by this. I mean, we saw some stuff on the Weather Channel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just.
Be safe. Be safe. Don't risk it.
No.
Okay.
Help each other. That's what humanity is all about. So.
Yep, that's right. So now I'm going to try to turn this off without overturning the phone like I did before.
High tech here, folks, for high tech.
So I'm going to reach up here because that's one thing they got to figure out is how a remote for your phone where you can end the video. So there you go, inventors, invent it.
Apps, get an app for that or whatever. Yeah.
So
Take
I'm
care.
going to sign off for now. Thanks. We appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
And we're off.